What's up, my beautifuls? By the way, no swearing. No, we're not. We're doing this raw. No
Yo, I'm back. What's good, dog?
All right, you've been gone for quite a while, dog.
Same with him.
You've been gone too, man.
Well, yeah.
Been practicing TypeScript up so much, I presume, right?
Well, no, I've been trying to download I think it's called Kotor. I don't know how.
Have
to
you guys
pronounce it.
heard of? You've heard of WinRAR,
When
but
you
have
said
you heard of?
KOTOR, I thought you were talking about KOTOR the remake or something.
No. Oh,
I
damn,
was like,
I might
this
be-
man trying to download some Star
You
Wars.
know, Elon Musk made Zip 2, but your boy, he downloaded 7-zip. Guaranteed, somebody's
Yes,
on his
7-zip.
hard drive right now.
Oh, jeez.
No, 7-zip, I mean, it's pretty common. It's not that bad.
But how many times have you been hacked? 'Cause I
No,
recall-
7-zip's a popular product. Buddy, WinRAR, if anyone thought, like, WinRAR, the amount of downloads it gets, if you really want to make something, be like, hey, you want it hackable and you want to get messed up, WinRAR is the way.
No man, they're free. They're the real ones up there.
Yeah, but that's where
All right,
the,
so
that's where
we'll
all
start
the
this podcast
worst
off.
stuff start.
With him giving
Our
his review.
sponsorships from Golden.
It's actually from me because
Golden Throw Candy for your local porn star.
And what's in what's in this? What's in this?
we don't know. We can't read.
If you can't read, okay, it just says no. You can read it in
Can we
English.
read?
What am
Oh,
I
sweet.
saying? I can't read the name of this flower. It's a little too hard. Okay.
Let me see.
Oh, my God,
Okay.
no.
Why would
I'm
I let
try-
a brown man do it? You're gonna ruin
Give me
it.
the damn flower
This is gonna be
read.
racist.
Hey,
God.
no swearing,
That's not a
please.
swear.
I know, but I feel like we're getting close there, right? If there's a bar for swearing, we're like relatively
Yeah,
close.
We are always close.
Well,
man. We
by the
learn-
way,
can
no,
say the F word
I
in
also
a
found
second.
out the rules have also changed.
Son of
if
a-
if you swear in repetition, right, like included, even past the first bit, it actually flags it too.
All right, so
So-
yeah, no swearing. We're not swearing type of people. We're very family
Yeah,
friendly
I'm very
oriented.
classy.
I'll tell you.
They call me
He's wearing Fox
or-
right now or something like that.
That's-
Do you get a fox?
Did he get a box?
Yeah, I was listening to Dora the Explorer and she taught me the way. I was like,
She's like, where was the map?
My jacket at home also has a fox. I'm gonna wear it next time now.
All right, guys. So welcome back to the episode. A lot of things happened in Canada, in the USA. Our boy over here, he's currently coding for
"Give me the
SpaceX.
candy, Amin."
He's coding for. He's about to put the next satellite in space. So how is it like working with Elon Musk?
I swear to God, we're gonna get sued so hard one of these
Bro.
days. yeah,
Never.
Everyone.
Okay, so
yeah.
what is the end goal of this coding that you have been trying to
We
learn?
can't actually talk about that.
Remember, it's supposed to
It's
be
a-
under
No, no, no,
wraps.
but I'm just saying, like, if you got really good at coding, what are the jobs available? Or
Oh, okay.
what can you do with this? What's the magical feature-esque?
No, I mean, right at the moment. No, but we already spoke about this before. It's just mainly working for just like AI jobs right now, right? It's just the main thing. And
So
the-
everything other than AI is done.
Yeah.
Well, don't get me wrong. There's still certain tools that need to be developed for AI, right? That's the thing, and there's still things you need to definitely feed into AI at the moment. Dude, even if you've seen the new what is it, Black Ops 6, right? Dude, one of the main posters has one of the characters with an extra finger or whatever, and it was all across the internet. It's still not ready, full yet. Truthfully, so people still need to work on that.
So
and,
you just have not been doing a good job of coding the AI, is what I'm hearing.
Well, pretty much, yeah. Because you just need to pretty much look into that career path, just working at it and getting the system to be more efficient to recognize this
Yeah.
stuff.
This is the problem with DI. You should have hired all the Asians and the Browns. They messed up.
Yeah, buddy. All right, but now let's change the topic. So instead of me speaking today and give you guys some wisdom, I thought it'd be a good idea to start
Give
off
me
with
some
some
wisdom.
fighting words.
In
By
the
this guy and
future-
this guy.
Wait,
In the
what are we talking
future.
about fighting words?
Your car, about what you love and hate about Nissan.
No. In the future, though, here's what's going to happen, okay?
Oh, God.
Soon, your AI is going to get so good that it's going to become the CEO that you're going to be working for. That's where you're developing another AI, okay? And the AI is going
Bro,
to...
wait
cut
till the
that other
AI is
CEO
so
out.
developed where it's developing a faster
AI?
version of itself every single second.
Yeah, we're going to be destroyed at that point.
Well,
Didn't that one AI try to run away from OpenAI? There's a
I think it was a joke, though. I think it was a lie.
well, no, they would keep that under wraps. The government
They
would
were
probably
trying
be terrified of that idea, man.
I don't
if
even
that
think it's the
actually
government. I think people in general. Like, if you're a tech company, if you got that out, people are not going to be as willing to move forward. with
We
it.
do not like spreading misinformation, so
Yeah.
disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
We don't know.
happened. Yeah.
We just saw a TikTok about it. But all right, let's talk about Nissan, you guys have some wise words between the Nissan and Hyundai are going to join forces. Give them some wisdom. What do they need in order to compete
Mitsubishi
with?
too.
They're trying
Mitsubishi.
to, from what I've heard.
But that's because
But
Nissan
wait,
owns
wait,
a part of
wait.
Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
Tell them what
33%.
wisdom you can give them so they can turn to the new Kona 6.
Did you just say turn into the new Koenigsegg?
Exactly.
That's never gonna happen.
I don't think it will, because Nissan sells to an entirely different market versus
Yeah.
Koenigsegg.
I know, buddy.
So-
These guys don't understand jokes, but
So
alright.
if they could develop their GTRs again, those classic cars that people used to love, like at a high-end market,
The 90s.
great. They could
He
do
has
it.
2 GTRs at this moment.
Like, think about it.
You guys are joke.
My boy got one Jaguar. Now
Oh,
now he'll never have a Jaguar.
I'm a little sad. I'm also sad about that still. I'm actually very sad about that. I love my big cat.
I actually think I'm not saying the new Jaguars look bad. I actually don't think they look bad. I think
you look
for the
bad.
cost of it, you know how much it cost? I think it's near $400,000 for that.
I'm not paying
Wait,
for that.
wait.
I'm not
What?
paying
Wait, okay, wait.
So it's £250,000.
Okay, yeah.
Which is comparable to 400,000
Yeah.
Canadian.
Wait, and just to clarify.
For
so-
electrical car. Like, you can't do anything to the engine that's going to make it spectacular.
I don't know how truthful this is.
I misfold
Wait,
after.
okay. Somebody give me the actual numbers here because somebody sell this on to me. Okay, it's at 400K, right?
Yes.
What is its like 0 to 60?
Buddy, don't worry about that. Buy it and
no.
find out.
No, no.
This is a discovery vehicle for you.
I just.
Yeah, you for a low payment of $2,999 a
Bi-weekly?
month. Yeah.
Bi-weekly?
Trade it in after the first week, you might lose a lot of value, but whatever.
Oh,
I'd be down.
So the Jaguar 00 isn't actually the car they're going to sell. That's actually just a concept. They're calling it the Type 01 for the first actual car.
Yeah, and what was the cost?
All right.
Give me a second. Let me see what I can.
All right,
find.
instead of talking about Jaguar again, because I feel like Jaguar pretty much owns this podcast at the moment. Why don't we switch our
Okay,
tune to
so
the Nissan and Honda deal?
because he has been asking, and I think Nissan is somewhat. It's going to do okay under Honda because Honda is financially responsible.
Wait 1 second. Nissan was not financially irresponsible.
They weren't financially
They're just
responsible. What it was that Peugeot sold their stakes in Nissan, thus creating a problem that would end Nissan in 14 months. But then I thought that it would end even sooner because they were like, hey, we're going to take the Jeep CEO as our new CEO. And I'm like, oh, you're screwed.
No,
But then
I mean, I
Honda
can't
comes
tell them. I can't tell them because here's the thing: if you were profitable enough, I don't think companies would dump you. Second, they just weren't doing well. The reason Nissan, I feel like Nissan's main problem is it's became a forgettable brand. It's known for nothing. It's not the most. It's not. I mean, it is cheapest now, I guess, but it's not the most reliable. It's
CVT
neither the
transmission?
nicest for what it is, and its value drops hard. It's just a more forgettable brand now. Where if you got like a Kia or a Hyundai, you get way more inside, looks nicer for a lot lower the cost.
You know what? Okay.
Nissan has been all around a middle. It stayed in the middle,
Even the
and it's less
400
reliable than a Hyundai and a Kia, by the way. It's in the 15th on the list.
Okay, yeah. I'm also gonna add the 400 is now forgettable because 370Z, you love that car. 350Z, I love that car. 300Z, I adored that car.
Yeah, those classics 240s. But the thing is, so they're just not a memorable brand because they came out with one new model of the car that people wanted. And people forgot about it. It just died off. It just like there's nothing about it where you're like, hey, nobody has it on the street. How many 400s do you see? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
400Z?
yeah,
saw
I don't
one.
even know what they're
I actually
talking
saw
about.
one.
No, you called Hyundai Honda, okay?
I still do
At a
it.
Hyundai dealership.
They still do it. I do that to show them. It's an intimidation tactic. Like, at any time, buddy, I can leave the Honda.
Okay.
All right, continue.
Yeah, but I think Honda will be a good partnership because Nissan develops a lot of their CVTs for a lot of big companies.
Isn't Nissan CVTs bad?
No, CVTs in general are worse than, but they're great for the driver experience
They're great for
and fuel efficiency. That's the two main things why they're so popular.
the problem
It's
is
not good
though,
for the bank efficiency.
No, because if it breaks down, it's going to cost you $8,000, and they have a high,
minimum.
and they don't make you parts for it. They make you buy a new one usually, and companies like that. Why? Maintenance is a big part of company profits, especially stuff you can't work on.
Like, yeah, you
Not
can't work on
warranty
this.
maintenance, regular maintenance.
CV transmissions
Well,
are
they
also
know-
just so flimsy. Like you look at them, they have these two components that are tied together by by a
It's a
type
belt.
of belt, essentially a belt, versus like an older transmission, like a normal drivetrain transmission that we would find in a Mazda, which is pretty solid. Like it's all in one structure.
It is one structure in general, but like, I know what you're talking about.
You do know what I'm talking about. You
Yeah,
understand it.
yeah. I mean, old is just it's easier reliable. Let's just say, right? That's
So-
what got Honda to where they, or that's got what Honda and Toyota to where they were. It was a reliability. Toyota. I don't
You're
want to
not
hate on
wrong,
you,
too.
but some of you are tacky ass shit. But
Disclaimer.
disclaimer,
Why-
personal opinion.
Why does the Crown feel like a new Avalon to us versus like just? Why does that? Why does the Crown feel like a new Avalon?
Hey, stop hitting on the crown, okay?
You hate on the Crown more than I do.
For other things, okay. But let's say the cars that I've driven, working amongst cars. Toyota, you feel like you're overpaying for the cost no matter when. Other than the Corolla, I'm not gonna harp on the Corolla, but Corolla is still a $30,000 vehicle for a car.
Remember a few years back?
Low
you
end.
can
That's
get-
crazy. Cars you can get for like what 20, 25 used to be cars. Toyota Corolla used to be known for that. Ever since what it is reliability went up, or reliability, it's because cost of maintenance and repair went up with inflation. Everyone's like, I just need a reliable car, so Toyota's popularity went up. Now you pay for it front end, because now their cars are like one of the highest costing for what you get.
So do you think
We've seen a 4Runner.
We've driven.
I'm not hating on the driving, in the snow and
we
stuff.
love the V8,
I
dog?
found it boring.
My entire
Sometimes-
neighborhood can hear the V8 when I turn it
sometimes-
on in the morning.
Yeah, sometimes you sit in there though, and you're like, "Let's take me back 15 years."
So they have no innovation in the interior.
I'd
But you know
rather
that
go
car,
down
I could be anywhere in my house, in the basement, locked up, no sound penetration. I turn on it to warm it up, and you can hear it, but it sounds like it's about to come through the window.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the trucks when they start on heavy.
That's
it's not
more than
bad.
any truck. I've never heard a truck that loud. Bro,
V8s.
no,
But it's not a bad. Like it's a very reliable vehicle, but
it's a rugged car.
I think they over relied on the reliancy, so that's why Kia and Hyundai have made such a market. They've
Of
taken such a
innovation.
market share out of.
I think
everything.
Hyundai has. I've been most impressed with Hyundai.
I mean, think about it. 10
Almost
years ago,
not.
they were barely in North America to now being like
Almost
a
have.
very, very established brand. in
Like,
North America.
if I'm being very truthful, even Toyota Crown, let's just say for example, right? That car is tires malfunction on us 3 times.
Yes.
And not the actual tires, but the system for for sensors. Our venue has not failed us a single time.
yeah.
We have had multiple venues. Now, Honda, I don't know what you do with the venues, but they're a perfect car. Hyundai, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
See, intimidation.
You know what it is? Because it's basic, nothing crazy in it. Just it's a car. But,
But-
Hyundai, even their screen, their infotainment system, very nice. You can use it.
Responsive.
Yeah, like it doesn't mess up on you much. It actually drives pretty well too. Hyundai from like what you used to see in 2007 were their ass, right? Where,
Yo,
like,
swears, dog.
that's not a
That
swear.
wasn't swear.
That's count as a
That's
swear.
not- doesn't
This
count
is
as a
YouTube,
swear.
dog.
No,
It's
I'm
not
pretty
a
sure it
swear.
does.
Does it actually?
It does.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest thing I ever
Bro,
heard.
you
That's
shush.
another one.
I need to. Wait, I just said
No,
dumb.
no, dumb. I don't
He
think so.
he did
Dumb
not.
cannot be a swear.
But ask him.
Yes.
No, stop it. Stop it. All right. YouTube video ruined, dog. But
What
let's
if you
just.
just bleep the video?
It doesn't work.
Remember, try to make
Bleep
a
it
different
with
sound.
bleep it with a photo of an ass.
Oh my god.
Hey, stop.
Change it to like a cat meowing.
We-
Okay?
Meow.
Yeah.
We should put a donkey over his face
Oh, we should for the entire video.
for the entire video.
All right, but yo, so what? So all right, so do you agree with me when I said that the most up and coming brand are 2 brands? All right, but one has always been up there. They just never been the dominant. Was Mitsubishi. Very impressed with their stuff. But then Hyundai, I'm just the most impressed with.
I'm still disappointed in
Hyundai, yeah.
Mitsubishi.
Why are you
personally.
disappointed? Dog?
Well, I miss my Lancers and I miss my
Wait.
Eagles. I miss their sedans
Huh?
already.
You're right. Everything other than the Outlander, wow.
Exactly.
We've
Like-
driven
Like, bro,
the RVR.
why?
The
Why?
Mirage.
What's wrong with
What's
your
that Mirage?
RVRs?
Well, the Mirage was the cheapest car we
What
could
is
get for a
wrong with your
while.
RVRs? What's actually wrong with you, Mitsubishi? Who looks at an RVR interior and their display and is like, keep it for the next year? Who does that? Not a single guy.
It's true.
Like the only thing that kept Mitsubishi going was their warranty.
Disclaimer: I hate that car.
Yeah, we know. So the RVR and all the Mitsubishis, most of their cars are still going because their their warranties are
Amazing, yes.
Yeah, insane. We have 10 years on the Outlander sitting who knows where right now, and I always were advertised 10 years since I was young, like new Lancer 10-year warranty, powertrain, unlimited kilometers, all that stuff. That was insane. Unlimited kilometers. Did Toyota ever do unlimited kilometers in our lifetime?
No.
Did Honda?
No, I don't believe
Nissan?
so. Yeah.
Never. So the
They
only
don't do unlimited now.
now they don't. But even the only two that I've ever seen do unlimited kilometer was Mazda and Mitsubishi, and it was always for a long time. It was always 10 years or
Well,
5
that's
years
how they
or
were
something.
getting. Sometimes you have to go extra. But I think Mitsubishi does now good with their Outlanders. They have this. Nobody still buys RV.
Outlander is amazing.
I don't care what anyone says.
I don't know.
RVR is hideous.
The
It's like-
Outlander is a
It's
very
like
good
your
car.
Nissan Kick, but think about it inside, hideous.
And outside
And
hideous.
outside hideous too. So
And the
it's
inside
hardcore.
even more hideous.
Okay, wait.
I will
Let
say
me just get
this.
this straight.
So ugly version of a Nissan Kick,
Mitsubishi, bring me back the
but
Lancer.
inside the hideous.
The hideous.
Bring
Okay,
me a
but
new
like, well, okay,
Lancer.
what makes it hideous then? That's
Hey,
what I'm
Yo,
asking.
Think
everything
about-
you think is bad in a car is on there.
Wait one
We
second.
can't talk.
Think of a 2005 interior, but with a screen. Okay, you got the knobby thingy, the turny knobby.
Oh,
You got the
turny knobby,
really
yeah.
crappy nylon seats. Like the little like the really cloth, like
We're
but
still
the
gonna do that challenge.
cheap
though.
cloth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
so
the
it's
cheap
like-
plastic look too inside.
What days do we have?
It just feels like it's out of the.
We'll go to
You know,
Costa.
like it's just a bad car.
So it
Not a
just-
bad car. Don't get me wrong on the reliability or all-wheel drive. I'm just saying. It just, I don't know, man. It's just not worth it.
Okay, then I guess like from like a more casual perspective, okay, it rides terrible too, or like does it-
The ride is exactly how you expect it after looking at the inside. Just here, can I show you a photo?
Okay,
Yeah, show me a photo, because I'm like, is this just bias? Because
No.
I mean, some
Here's
people.
the thing: people come in, with the vehicle, let's say, and
Oh.
when that's the one car I was like, I would never get this. That comment,
Yeah.
that comment is the biggest one out of all the cars we have and companies we have.
Yeah.
Let's say like obviously at the airport, I mean.
I will
right?
say this.
And then they're
Your
like,
Juke's worse riding than that though.
Okay.
Juke, really?
Have you sat in the backseat of his Juke?
Okay. By the way, I have.
You
like,
haven't
no
sat in the back of an
suspension.
RVR either, though.
I have not sat in the back of the RVR. We always have you drive.
Cause yo man, like I'm not gonna lie, I go over some speed bumps and it's like World
I've-
War Three.
Straight up, dog. I'm like, what the hell, Sean? And also, I'm spread
Was
out. I'm
this
like
really
this because I
stiff
can't
suspension?
fit.
Yeah, I have a really stiff suspension. I don't
It's
know.
It is so bad. Like
Yeah.
this is.
New
this
ones
is
are not
bad.
bad though. Stiff
The new ones are
suspension.
kick.
Stiff suspension's good for like cornering. Like they literally kept to the name of Juke. They're like, all right, guys, make this very quick turning. I guess, but yeah, definitely maybe should things out of comfort.
I should look into getting a different one. But okay,
So
so
it's showing too good of a car right now. It's lying. These are Outlanders.
We're gonna get
These aren't
one.
Outlanders.
What?
T1, great.
That's what it's
If you
called.
want.
T1. I like T1.
T1, you can
T1.
get 1 year old, nearly 12,000 off MSRP, 30 grand. Really, really good. T1's so good for the value.
It's a nice drive. It's a very good drive for the price point. I'd say
Yeah.
it's a really.
Oh,
Good.
here's the thing. It's just like because it's Audi. It's like Audi
Oh, here
kind
it
of does
is.
the suspension work and stuff like that.
That's the 2024.
that's a 2024.
Yeah, it's got the knobs. Yeah, so pretty much like this. Okay.
But
See it?
this screen's more advanced.
So this looks better than it is, but let's just say like it's got the
One day I'm just gonna
knobby
show
knob,
you, dog.
the turny turns for the heating and thing. You're back for like 15 years. You
Oh
know? You're
damn,
like,
that is old.
you guys
Look
did
at
not
that.
change this.
Oh,
Alright.
okay, so they still have.
So yeah, Mitsubishi do better. But okay, in overall partnership, are you happy? Do you think we're gonna get cheaper cars? Think we're gonna get better
No,
cars?
we're not gonna get
Do you
cheaper
think our
cars.
cars are gonna finally be
You
Lamborghinis?
think they aren't going to be trying to us?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna be trying to raise prices on all of us. Like they see the market share that Toyota has, and they want that. So they're gonna raise the price of their cars so that they can seem like they're a higher quality item than what they are.
I think
So-
there's going to be two emergers. Either there's going to be a few Chinese companies that are going to come in
BOD.
with their tech and the value they're giving, and they're going to be the new Hyundai / Kia, because it's like they're going to be the electric value givers of the market, where they're going to give you way more for the money.
Exactly.
And Hyundai and Kia are right now obviously they're more priced, but they are still giving you way more. Like they always have like a new build of a car every 3 years, 4 years, like a new, and then they actually do work on it. They make it look better. They make everything nicer. They make it like very classy. Like you look at the new turn knobs, it's weird, man.
Which
They're
car?
like-
Which car?
like in the Tucson, they made like a little.
Yeah.
They made it like a windshield wiper where you like go like this and you go
Oh.
drive and reverse, like park.
It's
and all
neat.
that.
I don't like it too much.
I don't like it, but it's like you think it'd be like you should have wiper functionality, but it's only for that, and it doesn't do the whole thing. It just does the end of the thing. So it's like it's hard to explain.
It's you have to be there, and then you're gonna figure it out.
But
But
about the Mercedes?
no, not the Mercedes. But out of truthfulness, Hyundai, from everything we've seen, have been giving the best, honestly, best bang for the best buck.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, especially when it comes to venues and stuff like that. But
I'll say for the big cars though, Mitsubishi's Outlander is
yeah,
the best.
and
value
yes,
on.
100% Outlander. But again, like you could get a good venue for $2,200. That's like a year or two old.
You
I'm
get a-
sorry,
you get-
$22,000.
You get a Kona for 25. That's a 1 year, 2 years.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
so it's a good deal for its buck. So yeah, that's great. Okay, well I'm glad to hear about this. I heard you had some very interesting words to say to our favorite financial minister.
Yeah. Trudeau, take me on vacation with you, okay? Okay. Trudeau's on vacation right now after firing the finance minister.
She resigned apparently.
Well, she left. She
Yeah.
left. She resigned. Okay. I guess they were having a talk and they were kind of pissed about tariffs. I think she knew it was coming though, where she was going to get screwed no matter what she did. She just didn't want to get yelled at harder. Here's the thing. She never did finance in her life. She was there's two things. She was never a banker. We're only one of the few countries that actually didn't have a banker as a finance minister. She was a journalist. Okay, and then we hired her on.
What?
Yeah, she was in a
What?
What?
yeah, and this is apparently like here's the thing. Trudeau's also been good friends with her since childhood too. Another part of that story that might not have any effect. Okay.
Again, this is all allegedly. I don't know if he even did his research, but I'm gonna take his word for it.
Well, okay. Think about it. So we're in a $60 billion deficit already, and they wanted to give more money away to people as they usually do, like trying to get votes, right? Trudeau wanted it to be like he wanted to give on top of the tax break. He wanted to be $850 for anyone.
$800?
$150.
I'd want the $150.
But then again, I
Yeah.
don't think you can spend that much with the amount of billions he's already under deficit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They still can't.
So who's the new financial minister?
I don't know too much about the new,
Okay.
but I just know that what that has done is like this is why a lot of the Liberal government wants him out is because he has kind of ruined the standing of the Liberal government, where it's like the approval ratings are the worst they've ever been in Canada. They're 28%, right, which is terrible. Which when he started was
It's
68.
Dominic LeBlanc.
I ain't trusting that guy either. I don't know. Here's the thing: when you can print money and you're up top, you're gonna do anything to get votes. That's just what it is. It's just happening in every country. What do you do to get votes? You print money, and then you just give it away, saying, "Oh, just trying to get that vote in." That's what happened over COVID. Okay, he gave $2,000. I was like, my guy, best guy ever.
It's like Asian on the side. He's like, yeah, buddy, give me the money.
Buddy, I only did it for a little bit. I felt like I'm wrong for that. Like I did it for a few months. Amon here was like milking. Amon was like $92.
Yo, listen. All right, we will not tell you what Ahmed's last name is, so that the IRS can't catch us. But over here is obviously the
Yeah,
CRA.
the
but-
revenue agency, man.
Yeah.
But also, no, man, I'm one of those dudes for UBI, so,
Yes, see, this is why our company would go, or our country would go broke, and we'd be more inflammatory. To be able to support UBI, which he's talking about, is explain, Amon, go for it.
So
Give me
universal basic income is essentially the idea that we give citizens money as a monthly allowance, just because like one of the things is we're getting to a point where
Like,
it's
hey,
harder
buddy,
to
you're a
find
cool guy.
work.
Here you go. Also, just one tip just before Amin continues. One of the segments we want to try is a lot of us, and the reason why I think this is a very good podcast is a lot of us have different political views. Some of us have the exact same, some of us have a little different. So we want to do a podcast because every time I ever see anybody online talk about anything, it's just another person yelling at them about one thing, and then it's the same thing. So here, regardless of whatever they say, no one is going to contradict them. So we may agree, we may not agree at all, but we're just going to let them say what they have to say. And then you guys can decide. The viewers, Edward, Joshua,
Johnson, man.
John. No, there's a Joshua too.
We have another viewer.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh my
30
god.
We have a total of 3 hours of watch time on the channel, buddy.
Oh my
Proud of
God.
you guys, dog. Proud of you guys.
Yeah. I always knew I was gonna make it big one day.
One day, buddy. Wait till we get to 5, buddy. Wait till we get to 5.
5 viewers. Oh.
All right, so I'm gonna continue. Why do you like universal basic income?
So one of the things is because we definitely don't have like a way to support our middle class anymore. Essentially, what's happened is that the middle class has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller because people have been getting poorer and poorer and poorer, partially because corporate greed, partially because
Hey, shut-
not enough actual spending
Shut-
in ways that could prepare people. So a universal basic income like would give people money to spend on what they need to. Like let's say you have a mortgage to pay or a rent to pay. A lot of people are like, oh no, just give them food, give them a food bank or something like that, like as a form of charity. It's like, no, I think if we have a universal basic income that helps us take care of what we need to keep the country going, essentially.
Can I ask that? Like,
Yeah, you can ask questions.
Because don't get me wrong, like the thing I want to understand is what countries first of all do it right, where they have a universal income, and then the second part is has it changed over time? Like in particular, because have they raised and gone up? What's their dollar value in the global market and stuff?
So, one that I know primarily is Dubai, but Dubai's is just because they're insanely oil rich, so they give citizens $3,000 every month.
Citizen is 1% of the population in Dubai.
Exactly. But the thing is, this would be something just for our citizens as well. I do know that there is other countries that do it. I'm just blanking on the names right
Venezuela
now.
did terrible.
Hey, you keep.
No. Here's the thing. I'm for UBI, but to do UBI, your country has to actually produce enough, and it's in the
Finland.
essence.
All right, okay. So Finland, all right, nice.
So Finland's
let the
one,
homie continue.
Brazil, Germany, and apparently we do as well. But the thing is, we did as pilot projects in smaller rural areas right now, and we've seen great success there.
We've seen a town where you have your whole country's producing for that 1% town. It's the same. The problem isn't that I'm not for UBI. Obviously, I'm for it. I think it's always good.
So for this first turn, we'll let
you
Ish speak a little bit.
But you can't. My big issue is your country has to always produce enough to cover that cost. Otherwise, you're just causing more inflation, and then your middle class gets even poorer because of the inflation.
Thing is, we can produce
No more
enough.
speaking.
We have more resources than most other modern countries. If you look at Saskatchewan, we have thorium deposits, which can lead us in a green energy spike. So that's for fusion energy. Alberta here, we got coal, oil,
Golden.
natural gas, and you name it, man.
I completely.
All
You
right.
guys got diamonds, dog.
Shut up for
Like,
2 seconds.
like,
This is
the
a
only-
conversation.
one of
This
the
is not a
problems-
No
conversation.
conversation is allowed.
No,
This
this
is
is
communism.
one
This
of
is a communist podcast.
One of the
Oh
actual
my.
problems we face
All right,
is
you know
that
what?
we let the United States go nuts.
Forget
here.
everything I said.
Never build our
Okay.
own. Never build our own infrastructure. We just send it all over there. Why do we do that?
Well, because there's no investors.
Then why we can invest ourselves? We can make crown corporations like we did before. Like
Yeah.
look at
Yeah,
Saskatchewan.
but
They got
every-
Saskatchewan and
Yeah,
stuff
but
like that.
every single crown corporation loses money terribly. Why do you think government's so greedy? Government's the greediest
so the thing is,
corporation.
crown
They're the
corporations
greediest
are
corporation.
not government. So the government starts them, and the government's not allowed to
Really?
actually
Okay.
make money off of them. They have to support themselves after. That's what they're supposed to do. That's why
I cheated
Canada
on that
Post
one,
is
sorry.
having issues right now.
They're supposed to do. They don't do it officially.
They're
Then they
supposed
ask
to.
for money. Again, it's the supposed. I'm in every company. It has to be profitable for it to be able to survive.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we'd be profitable because our natural resources can be sold to so many other countries around the world.
But
What do
it
you?
doesn't-
All right,
can
okay.
easily-
What do you
easily
think?
do
What
it.
do you think, my good coder friend,
Yeah.
Okay.
who works for Elon Musk?
Yeah, no,
That's a lie.
Oh,
He's a Xi Jinping
We're
lover,
gonna get
you know
in
it.
trouble with that, but
Xi Jinping lover here.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, with universal income and stuff, like I understand the whole purpose of it, but like yeah, Ish is 100% right. Right, every single country, like no matter what you think about, right, even with a lot of people, you don't realize where their stuff is coming from. By the way, like a majority of the time, like no, like when you think of the population and you actually ask them, it's kind of like when when even like when vegans say like, oh hey, let's switch all over to just vegetables, but it's like, dude, do you know how crazy of a political change the world would have to be like for it to actually happen? By the way, like these things are insane, and that's the reason why I'm like saying like. Even with these minor things, there's usually a reasoning why we haven't done it already, right? Like just being honest. And there's a good, like a lot of times it's because companies that are tied to what is called like contracts and stuff like that. You know, like there's also like dumb mishandling of money, right? Not saying if it's corrupted or not. We don't know, right? This might be alleged.
We got a Boeing guy right outside waiting for you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm waiting to get shot square in the chest with a 50 cal. Anyways,
Make
but
sure you have a dying pulse.
All right, very good.
What do you call it? The RuneScape one.
Very good conversation today about UBC.
You for it or not for it? That's the real question.
Oh shit, buddy.
I mean, we went full politics. So
No,
you know,
are you for it though, or are you not for it? See, here's the thing. I'm for it, but it's impossible in the terms of actual doing it and execution.
I
Well, everything's possible than the laws of physics. So if it doesn't break the laws of physics, anything can happen. That's my answer. That's my answer.
M drive.
I'll
M
say
drive.
it.
What's M drive?
The thing that broke the laws of physics.
What's
M-
M-Drive?
what?
What is
The
that?
M drive. Oh my god, I love M drive. So it's like this.
What do you know about M
It's
drive?
not a
No,
BMW. It's not a
no, no.
BMW. He didn't break
It-
it.
this is the new Mercedes M drive.
let the
No,
man
no,
speak. I
no.
guess.
So the M drive is this thing that we think will get us to other planets and star systems. Essentially,
But it's not made yet.
It is made, kind of
No
made.
way.
It's a semi-made thing. So
it's not.
it takes molecules and it bounces around inside to make a thing move faster through space.
All right, disclaimer. I got no idea
I
about
need
this.
to actually like.
This is very interesting. I think. This
give me a
is very
second.
interesting. No. Okay, well, next podcast we'll talk about
We're-
this M drive.
we're talking
I
about
don't
the
want to
M
do
drive.
this. I'm
Yo,
Elon
that
Musk.
sounds like a. I'm
Elon
sorry to
Musk
say.
segment. Okay.
M drive sounds like a sex pill, buddy. Take the M drive, dog. You're gonna go crazy.
The day they launch M drive, I'm gonna launch my own.
Only the real ones know what Forda is, okay? Only the real ones know what
Oh.
Forda is. If you know what Forda is, what was
All right, so are you for UBI or not for UBI? What's
I told
happening?
you if something doesn't. In the sense of would it make sense in Canada? Not well, we're already in a $60 billion deficit. Not at the moment, right? If you want to do something like again, I'm just economic. I'm just a guy who likes the economy, right? So if you want to make something work, you need efficient funds for it, right? Oh yeah, or we just keep getting in trouble. It's a
Because a lot of like a percentage of the population is getting even lazier.
yes.
UBI.
Like again, I like how you said UBI. It's a good thing. Like a lot of people, they can't afford it. But also, there's two issues that I do see with giving people money. Is people get first the issue is people get entitled and greedy. So that's one thing where they think, oh, or it comes. You also do lose a lot of freedom. But here's the big issue that I have is the drive goes away. So if people were barely working as it is or being a contributing member of society, just giving them enough money to survive, because some people can like survive off very little money, but because they're doing it for free, they're happy to do it.
Just to add on to that is actually a very interesting thought process. here,
You're welcome,
because
buddy.
I
Tell Elon Musk on me.
sure, but I wonder actually how many people legitimately do that, like just out of like the population, right? Because like I don't know if like by all these countries that were stated, how many actually have been pushed for that, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm curious by population and how many have just lived off of that actual universal income.
Yeah,
right?
because I'd be curious to see EI stats, like how many people are actually getting EI because they need it versus people who just take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do, right? But that's human nature. That's not something you're gonna change. Again, it's like the concepts. Like again, you always want concepts. Like a good thing with Canada is we're a very collective society, right? If we weren't thinking of in collective, we wouldn't have free healthcare. And of course, healthcare is not the greatest here, but a
Especially
lot.
in Alberta.
Yeah, but
That's
getting
fair.
free healthcare versus 40K worth of healthcare, a lot better in my opinion.
Well, yeah, I mean, have you seen the like what is called the like American healthcare memes? Where the one who's like, "Oh no, we have the best healthcare when I afford it." It's like,
Exactly, and so you got to be being a collective society and agree. And again, this is a lot of Canadian beliefs, right? That's very good. We love this stuff, but obviously we know one thing between Canada and the USA, just from what I've seen, is we pay a lot more taxes here in Canada,
Yeah.
but we get a lot more for our money. Not saying that it's great, because let's just say like if the USA is like every 10 cents you give them out of $1 is worth something, and the 90 cents is garbage, then the rest of, just like how Canada, it's 20 cents. It's a lot better than the States, but still not worth it, right? Like, just like how Elon Musk has his Doge program down there, I'd love to have something like that here. Like our potholes, man. If the government is, if it's getting funded, like, these should be getting fixed. But I see potholes getting, I see the same pothole now
I
for
think
6
they're
months.
getting worse because like
They
there's-
are getting worse.
There's
You'll
a
notice.
patch of road. So a patch of road from like my main neighborhood. You get into this main road, 52nd. I'm gonna say it, and you get in the left lane, I don't care. And when you're getting in that left lane, you feel the road wiggle. So I'm like, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, is that my engine? And then I'm like, no, right, the road's fucked here.
Yeah, it's but yeah, there's no excuse for, and I know people report the potholes. You can actually see online.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to do anything about it, like if you're paying someone to do it and they're just not doing it, fire them and hire somebody else.
Domino's, come fix our potholes. There's a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
them in
yeah,
Calgary.
those real ones, buddy. We'll see Domino's everywhere.
Yo,
Everywhere
straight up,
street
I will
corner.
pay. I'm cool. You know what? There was a guy in Leicestershire, England, or some shit, and he started drawing penises on all the potholes, and they were forced to come and fix them because of their anti-graffiti
That's a
rules.
pretty good idea, dog.
So
City of
you know
Calgary,
what?
don't watch this podcast.
City of Calgary, don't watch it, but you're gonna see a lot more penises on your potholes.
We're not encouraging anything.
We're not
Make the
encouraging it, but
Don't make the
wink,
movement.
wink, do your thing, Calgary.
Yeah,
And it happens to have a lot more peni, right?
All over our city.
No, but
So
it's
be
very
it.
interesting, right? So let's just talk about taxes for a little bit. Let's get your opinion on them first.
What?
Yeah, what about taxes, buddy?
I think
Good, bad, negative? You hate them? You're about to become a communist? What do you want?
no, I'm probably going more the other way than anything. Here's the thing: you can't. Government is the greediest big company there is. They misuse money compared to no one. Like all these programs that Ahmed's talking about could have existed. It just depends on how well they were used. If you're already at a $60 billion deficit, and you're taking so much for gas taxes, carbon tax, you're taking a bunch for others. They added these other programs that they have done zero work in that they've already paid into a couple million. What was that food for kids program they had?
And not they didn't feel like a single kid for their
Yeah, they
work.
hadn't fed a single kid in 3 years. They had this program they were paying millions into. They still haven't fed a single kid for 3 years. We started a factory that we had to close in the middle because it was not going to be innovative. So that was $70 million or something went there.
Which one?
Remember they were going to make that battery plant?
Yeah,
And they're like,
there's
they're
a
like,
lot of
then they're like,
failed-
oh, we won't be able to compete, and then they shut it down halfway, or they're at least delayed it for now. But it's just like, it's a mismanagement of money because it's not their own money. Like,
Actually, he's right because locally we're seeing this nonstop here because how long ago was our Green Line announced? 10 years ago?
Yeah, a
10
while.
years ago? Yeah, a while now. And now they canceled it, and then they were like, oh, just kidding, we're back. And then now they want to change it completely, and now because there's so many fights over changing it completely, which I'd be fighting it too because like I think it was good the way it was underground in downtown because like downtown should not have this high rise
yeah, it is
ridiculous
pretty
thing.
high
Yeah,
rise.
exactly.
Have you seen it, right?
Yeah. So and then they're like, you know what, we're gonna do a new study for it. I'm like, no, just dig underground, start building my frickin' train.
Yeah, and the huge part is their costs are getting astronomical. The Deerfoot, we have our main highway, let's say, it's been being worked on for 2 years, and
2
they
years.
barely did anything.
Yeah.
Like they didn't get much done. They barely got. I want to say even let's say a percentage wise, like a quarter of the percent. I don't even want to say like for a full 2 years. Let's
And-
say.
and
There's
also-
a bridge. We've had a bridge down for like a main one that's entering into our downtown. It's what year?
No,
No, it's only been 4 months.
Has it?
No,
Yeah,
it's been more than 4 months because
It's been more than
in
4
May
months.
when they were
Yeah,
It
you're
was
still
in May.
there.
yeah.
Yeah, it's been a
God
while.
But it hasn't been a year, but it's been relatively.
It's been a
new.
while. It's been annoyingly a while.
Yeah, and then they started one near, let's say your house.
Yeah.
That now they started it at the peak when winter was starting, and now they just blocked off a road and they're
I got
like,
another
"All right,
one.
guys, high
So
five."
there's this the school I went to when I was a little kid. The sidewalk in front of it is now gone, and the workers are gone because it's winter and it's too cold for the workers to work. But now there's nowhere
You
nowhere
can't
for
lay
people to
foundation.
walk.
Yeah, and then the budgets are astronomical. Like if you look at it, like I know because it's like it's mass funding and like mass spending. Either make it so much free market, like where that you have so much competition for pricing.
All right, so agreed with everything. So now let's speak about this. Just so Trudeau or your boy Daniel Smith over here, your girl
Yes.
over there, what is the favorite thing about taxes? What is your least favorite thing about paying taxes?
Favorite thing about taxes is it does keep the infrastructure running for obvious reasons. You need that. Like you need to have that. You need to have police. You need to have security. If your people are not secure, nobody's going to invest in any business.
That's a
You
good
can't
one.
be scared of just lawlessness because otherwise you are going to get sooner or later gone. You can't. You need the infrastructure obviously to have a city, to have electricity, to have all that stuff. Okay. The third thing, a big portion is other than that, healthcare. I think those three are majority, everything else, if you can open up the free market where you have a lot of competition and which drives prices down, that's why your prices are a lot lower for a lot of things. Their competition is crazy high.
Yeah, well, it's overdeveloped. But okay, so now what do you hate? What's your least favorite thing?
The government.
Yeah, okay.
The mismanagement of money. They're the worst corporation in the world that has absolutely abuses people's millions. They rob trillions and you can't beat them up. They rob like literal trillions. Like what it is they just give it to their friends or they hand it over at an extra. Like in Toronto, what was the president? He had a painting company that he opened
Yeah.
himself. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
The ground
you're.
signs?
It's the premier.
Premier of
Yeah.
Ontario.
Doug Ford guy. That
Oh
guy.
yeah, no, his brother was the crack
See-
smoking mayor of Toronto.
That's okay. Let's leave this crack smoker out of it. He's gone. Okay, rest in peace. Okay, but let's just say
We found you hilarious, sir.
Yes,
For the minute
yeah.
that we had.
yeah.
No,
But
no.
let's say
Oh
he
my
had a company that he contracted himself that he actually owned in like kind of a secondary way, and then he did the work, paid himself in a way, right? That's the type of crap. He's not that bad. Like the presidents have been terrible. Like Trudeau's been
Prime
one of-
ministers.
Yeah, prime
We're
minister.
not American, dude.
Well,
no matter
I wish
what
you-
they
actually,
want,
no,
we will never be
he-
American.
We will. 51st state.
All right.
I will shoot you.
They will.
You can because now you can get a gun.
You
want
can't.
Yeah, exactly.
You
So as
can't
soon
in-
as that happens,
you can't in Canada.
All right. Like
Kill
if
America,
you want to know
someone
how.
getting shot.
You can live here in Canada. It's gonna be like Canada. I'm going to the south. Texas.
Listen, if you want to figure out how mismatched
person to-
I'll be a
mismatched the
honky.
government is, they paid our boy right over here a couple million to develop an app it took him 20 minutes to do during
No, but if
COVID.
he-
Arrived Canada. It was him. This motherfucker.
Are you really trying to get me shot?
By what? We don't have guns. We'll get shanked at most.
It's a lie. Okay.
No.
Disclaimer: it wasn't him.
It
I
might have been.
actually have something about that.
I wish you-
I would like an
Oh, I
itemized
wish-
bill
I wish
for
I
my
was on the
taxes.
committee.
Itemized bill is pretty.
Yeah,
Okay,
actually-
so that's really smart. If you pay taxes, would it not make a lot of sense that you can actually see which one of your dollars did what? That'd be so amazing. I'm gonna create the software. I got the best coder on this side of Canada.
Actually, there's another thing coming up. There's an automatic.
There better be a tap for corruption. So Ryan,
There will be. It'll be infrastructure, community. It'll be like roads, schools, your police system, corruption.
Who the hell?
Well, here's the thing: they're only going to put in that.
Bonuses.
They're only going to put in that category, just mismanaged all in between with too
No,
much.
but at the same
too
time,
much
knowing
workers.
where our money went.
That's
would
actually a really
make
smart
things
idea.
a little better.
I feel like for communication wise, that's fantastic. You want as much
Like-
people to think that they're actually doing something.
Exactly, because like at the same time, like you're taking there are so many taxes like in Alberta, there's so many hidden taxes, especially.
So all right, let's say so. I'll go, I guess, and then I'll let you guys go
Of course,
for
yeah.
each the good and bad, and then he'll tell a little bit of his Arrive Canada story. It was pretty solid. All right, but pretty much, I love taxes because again, you want a good infrastructure. We look at the rest of the world, and we're complaining over here, but to be honest, we're having it better than 99% of the world.
We don't have rats.
Yeah,
We
well,
don't have
Alberta
rats.
is pretty solid for that.
We actually pay
But
tax
I
for
was just
no rats.
listening to a story with Syria. They were finding
What
mass
happened to no
graves.
mosquitoes?
Yo,
We're working on that.
in Syria, they found mass graves where they were literally the person who was running that place first. Now he's in Russia. Literally had mass graves of just people dying. Right? It's very sad. Like you see, like we live in a place where we're so protected, and that this stuff seems so foreign to us. And so we're grateful for that. Right? This is a part of the part of the country. The worst part, just like you said, is. And actually, like this thing is you can't see where your money goes. There's a lot of studies done on taxes, and a lot of people are happy to pay taxes as long as their taxes are actually used to something. It's like lending your neighbor money, right? If you're really good friends with your neighbor, if you met them your entire life, you have a really good connection. If your neighbor falls sick, you're probably gonna want to help him. You can shovel his driveway, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of
We do that
neighbors
a lot now.
pretending to be injured and on cash. Okay, I see you. Okay.
All right, he sees them.
Let them finish.
And the fact that I can't find parking for your house,
Buddy, those neighbors, okay, be lying.
All right, so
I think one of them broke their legs.
yeah, so like that's the problem.
We're in the middle of a podcast, sir.
No, alright, Kel, go later. I'll go like this.
Alright, man, okay.
Just like yeah, it's right, like,
yeah, let me
But
talk to you.
so a lot of people, I would be happy to pay even more taxes just if I could see that, hey, the hospital that I might one day have a heart attack, I need to go there is going to be paid for with this money exactly, and so that's stuff you want to do, but again, there's no transparency there, right? Like I have not met a single person, I'll be very honest, that has ever said, yo, I like what they're doing with my taxes. Not a single person, other than maybe Trudeau.
And here's the thing. no corporation. A corporation can be like, hey, I need you to give me my money because you have to get a product that's viable.
Yeah.
The government will like, I'll put you in jail, punk. Give me that
Yeah.
$500, even if it's $500.
But yeah, so it's true. Like in terms of corporate, like a government is like a big business. It's the biggest business in Canada, right? Or in the States as well. But like in a normal business, the reason why they have to be smart, and the reason why they get smart people, like a good financial minister who's
Lawyers.
good at banking, exactly. The reason why they do that is because they know if they run out of money, the business goes to zero. They all die. There's nothing there. With the government, they're like, oh, yo, you can put anyone in charge. We could be minus $60 billion in debt or $100 trillion in debt. Like, to be honest, it doesn't really make a difference for us. It's just a number on a screen.
Yeah,
And
people don't know how it
yeah.
affects them, especially if you don't know about
Yeah,
finance.
but again, it's because none of them get affected on their personal side, right? For them, they'll just do whatever they need to do, right?
People don't think it like immediate effects. They just see it like, they only start to notice once the prices are high
So
enough.
Trudeau, I'll vote for you if you start doing itemized receipts. That's gonna be solid, buddy. I need the itemized receipt.
I think that's more of a Jagmeet thing, dog.
All right, Jagmeet Singh,
Yo,
please.
definitely not being transparent. That guy,
He is being transparent.
he's not. Like once he's in there,
Yo,
buddy, with the tax increases.
Yeah, I saw this one. This
Okay,
one he
so
sent
that
me.
one? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So then,
What
what's
about
your
you?
negative then, by the way? Because you didn't finish it. Like, let the man speak.
Exactly, dog.
Just let the man
We
speak.
all got way too strong of a
Exactly. No, I would say the worst critique is you can't see anything, and you don't know what your taxes are being used for, but you don't see it being used for anything either. The bridges are still broken, the roads are still broken, the homeless is still everywhere. The people who look like they need help look like they still need help. The hospitals are still overrun. Like you can do it. I'm sure you can get way more nurses if you just pay a lot more, right? And if it's not based on
For our problems, they're fleeing to BC because they pay better.
exactly right. So everything can be fixed with money, yet nothing is being fixed with money. That's my problem. What about you, beautiful?
I guess if I'm gonna start, like, yeah, I agree with everybody's statement on it, where it's like, hey man, like, okay, it's good that we have the infrastructure because that's the most important thing, right? Problem is, of course, like, because like everything is going up in price and everything, like when you're seeing it, right? Like, oh god, like police kind of don't care much anymore
They
for
never
even small.
cared.
No, but like even for smaller like crimes and stuff, right? Like now they're starting to really not give a crap. Like, dude, you could see homeless harassing people all the fucking time now everywhere, right? Like it's getting bad. Like it's bad. Like yeah, like you could say like what 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
you can't even. I don't even think you can arrest them for $500 worth.
All right,
Yeah.
shush.
Yeah, no, like I fully agree on that. It's just it's getting crazy in that way. That's why I'm like, okay, I don't know if, like, personally, I didn't study any of this, so that's why I'm not gonna throw a disclaimer of like, hey, do we need to throw more money at it or less? I have no idea, right? Personally,
I have
But-
to know.
One of the things is like I hate to interrupt, man. It's the mismanagement of where the money goes.
yeah. See,
Like genuine. So we had for our homeless, we used to have a fund that was safe injection site. So it's not homeless per se; it's addiction. So for our addicts, we had a safe injection site, and that actually helped a bit. It actually started curbing it, and people were like getting help that they needed because the safe injection site didn't just test your crack; it also like gave you options. Like they were like, "Hey, so just so you know, I got this brochure here. I got this free thing over here that can help you." But because we don't have that anymore, and it's been like severely cut from our funding, especially in those provinces, we're seeing a problem where the epidemic has grown even worse. And now I am being chased by cracked out homeless people at work.
yeah, because I think my portion is gonna be more about the negatives than the benefits because I fully agree with everybody's benefits on this. By the way, like the problem that I've also noticed too is like, man, like each province has their own like kind of tax things, right? Like, oh, like my cousin's in I think
Toronto, right?
Yeah, I think it was
yeah.
Toronto, where they were talking like how crazy it is. Like theirs is at like 12% in total or whatever.
Yeah, it's
because like
crazy.
the two different taxes.
HST, PSD, and GST.
Yeah. So it's pretty wild. There's on top of the fact that like I agree with you guys. Where is it going? What like why is it going that way? Because there's even like a
Yeah.
famous video with like I think it's like a young politician who called out like a guy that's essentially being paid. I think it was like what 2,600 per hour or something like that. Like yeah, it's not a joke. There's like this one person that was hired that's being paid like 2,600 per hour. Like when they broke down the numbers and everything, they were like, wait. Why is he being paid for this job that is almost the equivalent of a whole company?
How many hours is he being paid?
Yeah, that's the craziest part too, by the way. Like, it was a video that I saw, I was like, what the hell? Like, it doesn't add up and doesn't make any sense, right? So all of this is like just showing like, yo man, we need to start seeing where it's going, why it's going, who, and another portion I would love to see is who would have actually took those other positions or took that position. Like, you know, for example, if we had just toss out random name of companies, right, that could have done the same job, and why are we taking at such a high price of a company? You know what I mean? Like, we should see by a contract being like, hey, if it's been, you know, with like, I don't know, Miller's, whatever, right? Like, let's just throw a random name, Miller's, and
Why you choose Miller's, buddy?
I don't
I don't
know,
know
you know,
what Miller's
Diana's
is.
freaking, you know, Steel or whatever.
Miller's Steel,
like,
buddy.
put it
Miller's
that
Steel.
way.
You
Is
guys
that
are
a
a
real
proper
thing?
company. I have no idea, buddy. But
No,
shout out.
But point is that like it would make sense, right? If we could see how much they're being offered, how much these guys are being offered, and why did they take?
Yeah, if
you
we're
know-
giving something money, we should be able to see what the money is actually doing.
Yeah, because good
And how
God.
much they're giving.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And
You
like,
should be able to vote it in too. Should be like, hey, you want to give this? No. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down for an itemized bill from our government. That's essentially what Sean says, because he.
But
So
that
how
bill
do you
is
guys-
only visible. What power do you get on top of it? Because if they can itemize it, but here's the thing, that's the big problem.
Well,
Like-
it's politicians, right? They want to be voted to power. If the entire world can see exactly what they're spending on, you get questions about who you want, right? You're like, maybe vote
Exactly.
more conservative this time because they're spending too much. Maybe vote more liberal because the social programs are going down, right? You choose what you want to do, right?
You know what the weird thing for me is that I expected conservatives to spend more on defense. No, it's actually the liberals spending more on defense. Like, weirdly.
Defending the streets.
Buddy, they should have stopped spending it on the environment. All of it is so stupid.
All right,
No,
guys.
we
Now
need to
before
spend
we,
on our
we
health.
have spoken about enough topics today about the government.
People are
I
poop.
want to hear about Arrive Cat. All right.
wait, we haven't even gone through all of them.
No,
yet,
we
right?
did.
We did?
Yeah.
Wait, is it first?
Which one?
The positive and negative. We talked to you.
No, but I thought it
I-
was Ish you said directly first, right?
Yeah. And then
No.
we went.
Then I talked about getting an itemized
Oh, no,
bill.
because okay, you jumped in. That's why.
Yeah, I jumped in on the itemized bill because I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the only way we'll see a positive change is if
Fair, fair.
if everyone knows every cent that is going
So
to
then,
their taxes.
so why'd you build the Rev Canada? Why'd you charge us so much?
Wait, what?
Well, what were you doing during COVID?
COVID?
He was hiding in his house. I could
Building-
never get this guy out. I was
building-
like, dog, we're allowed outside. He's like, no, I can't, man. I'm gonna die. 'cause I got
Building
sick."
Arrive
No,
Canada, buddy.
Oh my god,
Dog,
no,
I got
I
sick
know
again.
what happened. I literally got sick for I think almost half of the year.
I
and I was
know.
just afraid of spreading it to everybody. 'cause
I
it's like,
know.
yo,
We were
I
all
am
just
not
like, Sean's sick again.
well.
Like, straight up. The days that we were allowed
He got
outside.
he got the original one from Wuhan.
Like, straight up. Me and this dude were out having fun, time of our
OG, he got
lives.
the OG power, the full power one.
Like, we were having the time of our lives because we were finally allowed outside, and this dude's still sick. And we're like,
All right,
yeah, I wish
guys.
Sean was here.
I think this podcast has gone on long enough for today.
It really has.
We appreciate you tuning in for our beliefs. Well, we're if we stay in Canada, we love Canada. We're happy to be a province. If we're in the States in my next episode, we love to be the next state of the state of America.
No, we
We
don't.
love to be everywhere, buddy. Whoever's on, buddy, we're on your side. Don't you worry.
The Geneva Convention was invented by Canada accidentally.
Yeah, that's terrible.
No, you want those warriors on your side. We gotta fight China, okay?
We will-
No, it's just for
I
the
mean, I'm down to
emperor,
fight
that's
the States.
why.
All right,
Oh,
thank you
the
guys so
emperor.
much.
Oh, I will fight.
Super.
For the emperor!
All right, and we're done.